Okay, so welcome back, you guys, to day three of the Swap the Waste, Fuel the Change challenge. So, just like the last 2 days, we're going to continue to build on the foundation that we already laid. Just a recap. Day one, we detoxed the mind. Day two, we supported the body. And then today, we're moving into the home. So, let's get started. Understanding the foundation of fueling your home. Okay. All right. So, just before we, get into that, I wanted to share a little bit about my story. Of course, reintroduce myself. But if you've been here since day one or day two, drop still here in the comments. Okay. And then hashtag replay in the chat as you're watching this. If you're watching this from Facebook group, comment Facebook group replay, or if you're watching this on YouTube, actually in the YouTube, you can also add notes, comments at the bottom. So just know that it's on YouTube as well. So replay, just so you know, the lives actually haven't been working. It's kind of been a little bizarre this week. So we're really just like totally doing the replay, and that's okay. That's all right. But I am live right now, actually. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it's not happening. It's not showing up. So that's okay. So for those of you who are newer, my name is Evelyn Tribble. I am a Latina mom, life and leadership coach. I'm a systems and automation strategist. I'm a wellness mentor at heart and the creator of Aligned and Anchored. So, what I do is I get to help women simplify their home, their body, their business, and life by combining faith and mindset and practical strategy. This is actually the way that I've been able to do this and help women walk in clarity, confidence, and peace. So, this is for men too. But I really, really, as a woman myself, gone through it and experienced it in my own personal journey. That's where I tend to lean to speaking with and interacting with the most, and just being relatable, right? So today's topic is going to be on the home. Basically, I'm a mom of four boys. Okay. I'll be the first one to say that as a boy mom, if you are a boy mom or just a mom with a lot of energy in your home, I mean, it could be pets too, right? Drop boy mom or just mama life, right? There's just a lot going on. There's a lot of little bodies, but you might take care of elder parents, right? You might take care of other family members or pets. Just write mama life. You might work outside the home. You might work inside the home. Mama life. Okay. So for a long time, I thought that keeping a clean home meant that I was going to be constantly cleaning, or that's what I was doing. Actually, I was constantly cleaning. I had no room for, taking care of my body as well. So that's why day two came about, right? And, I was working my business. And so all I could do was clean my home. And then that was it. So constant cleaning, constant picking up, because, four boys, like you have to integrate the entire family in this, right, to be able to like function. But it was like I was constantly picking up, constant frustration because it wasn't done perfectly or the way that I felt like it needed to be done. Hello, okay, we got to release all that, right? I wanted my home to be clean. I wanted my home to be calm. I wanted my home to be healthy. Good grief. I mean, all these things. So instead, my home felt so loud and it felt cluttered and just never ending. Like it was just going to be one thing after another. I was cleaning all the time, but the mess never really stopped. It just kept coming, right? So that's when I realized something important. And honestly, this has happened over time. A clean home isn't the same thing as an aligned home. This is in the recent 3 to 5 years, you guys, maybe 6 years, 5 years, okay? A clean home isn't the same thing as an aligned home. So hear this difference. Clutter isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's mental. It takes a lot of mental space up here when your home is cluttered, right? It's also decision fatigue because you're constantly in this like, oh, should I do this or should I do this? Oh my goodness, my home, right? It's just, if you've ever thought, why am I so overstimulated in my own house? Drop overstimulated, like dropped overstimulated right now, whether you're on Facebook group or you're on YouTube. Okay. So what I ended up doing was about, like 7, 8 years ago, I ended up taking a decluttering course because we were about to move and move into this home, and we were building, but it took time. It took like 4 years to build the home, right? So in that process though, I needed to start minimalizing things in and clutter in the home, so when it came time to move and pack everything up, it would be a lot easier. So I took up this decluttering course, and I had no idea what I was really signing up for, like really what it meant. And so instead of learning how to organize better, which is what I thought I was doing, I learned how to think differently about my home. So I stopped asking, how do I keep up? And I started asking, like, okay, what actually needs to be here? And so that's when everything changed. That's when everything changed. So that's just a little bit about my story, real quick. For your homework today, we're going to be working on this page, day 3. Okay, these are the questions you're going to be asking yourself, okay? And you're going to be putting it underneath the homework section. If you're on YouTube, you can't do that. You want to do this over in the community group. So check your emails because I will lead you to where that is going to be, okay? So what are 3 things that I use daily for that may contain harsh chemicals? I want you to think about that, okay? Because we're talking about a healthy home. That also means, removing the clutter underneath your cleaning drawers, okay? So whether that's your kitchen cabinet or somewhere else, like a cleaning cabinet, whatever it is. Okay, what's one swap that I can make this week? So that's 2. And then what are my beliefs and about cleaning, and where do they come from? Because I think that's so important to identify where they came from, your belief about that, right? Just like my own story, I thought that I was taking this decluttering course to make sure that I could, learn how to organize my home, but instead it shifted my thinking to, okay, what needs to actually be here? That's what I wanted to think about. Okay. Leaderboard. Let's talk about who's at the top, climbing up. Jessica Francisco, you are at 210 points. Good job. You're doing the work. Yvonne and Roberta are up there right along with you girls, are amongst everybody else. Denise, Nikki, Julie, Katie. I mean, you guys are all, I know that life gets busy and crazy, and all your intentions and good intentions of like hopping on here and watching the replays. Sometimes, it's like, oh, what just happened, right? So I want to reward you for actually doing the implementation, because you are literally doing what you said you are going to do. You're keeping your commitments. You're making it priority, because sometimes life shifts and things happen. But because you made it a priority, and this is exactly where you want to focus on, right? This year, your mind goes to work to solve for that and to make things work, juggle things around, so that you can watch the replays and do the implementation. Implementation is the hard work. It's the mind work. That's why we're doing it, right? But this is what's going to create that momentum for you to move forward and propel you into 2026 to actually keep your commitments to yourself, right? And that's why we were learning the Remain method, and we're going to continue that into this week. Just real quick, in order to get more points, okay, today is the day where you want to focus on posting a testimonial within the group. You can do this in 2 ways. As a matter of fact, if you do it both ways, you get more points, okay? You can do it as a story and tag me. So what you could do is first write your testimonial, and and this is going to be a separate page. I will approve it on my end, okay? But just write your testimonial, like go create a post, write your testimonial. What shift have you made in your life so far? It could be like, I'm like being more intentional. I saw somebody wrote that. I'm being more intentional with my water intake. Like I'm literally saying to myself, I'm drinking water, and here is my jug of water. I'm going to make sure that I finish this whole one today, or I'm going to make sure, let's say you're drinking one, I'm going to make sure I drink two today, right? Or let's say you're drinking two and you're like, I'm going to make sure I drink three, right? 3 of these for me every single day. That's my measuring. And then 2,700 steps. So sometimes it's like walking my dog or whatever, right? But if you have a health app, you can take note of it. It'll track, and you keep your phone on you, it'll track how many steps you take. So pretty cool. Those two things are like something that I do constantly. And then you can use an app to track the food. Maybe it's a diary. So like whatever it is, right? Testimonial, put it like, this is helping me do this already. This is the mindset shift. Like I didn't even realize what dominant negative thought I was carrying in my mind for so long. And finally, I was able to identify it and just release it. Whatever it is, right? Create a post in the group, write the post, and then just post it, right? It doesn't have to be a picture, nothing like that. It's just your actual post, and it'll say your name. You can screenshot that afterwards and then post it to your stories and tag me. Okay. That's how you can get more points on this. Okay. All right. So good job. Just so you know, you guys, we're climbing up. Number one winner is going to get, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 15 days worth of the lean, which is the one that I keep hearing a lot. Like yesterday, I was reading everybody's comments and things that they were really working on. And one of them was like the cravings, the food cravings. That's what this one's for. So it'll be 15 days worth. Actually, this says to take 2. I only take 1. So when I give this to you, I'll give you 15 pills, like, right. And it's just in a pill form, and you take it, but I'll mail it in like this little box or whatever. So I'm just going to give you that. I think that's what we're going to do. It curves and trims like that, those desires to go to food, just like mindless eating or, emotional eating, things like that. Right. So that'll be really good. And I think that's what I'm going to settle with doing that. So that's going to be the first winner. The second winner is going to win these cleaning tools, which again, we're going to be talking a little bit about that today. As a matter of fact, you guys, I want you to put in the comments if cleaning is a big deal for you. And I heard some of you like said, hey, I actually relax by cleaning. Then drop cleaning because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this link. It's basically a texting party. So I'll get to text you. You just RSVP. You can RSVP to my number, 540-356-3021. 540-356-3021. Text RSVP, and you'll get into this information that I sent. It's an informational party. It's just one little landing page, 10 videos in there. You learn a lot about this and how it works for each part of your home, and what are you looking for, right? I mean, it goes through all of that. I communicate with you, all of that. Okay. As a matter of fact, you will all get an invitation at the end of the day with today's text to get into that as well. Okay. All right. So here we go. As a reminder, the 12-week experience, you guys, we had our first live group coaching today, and it's fire. It's fire. We literally work through the different modules in the Remain 360 app. I'm going to say this, you can get the Remain 360 app by itself. Okay. But it's not going to do you any good if you don't have the support and accountability that you're going to get with the live group coaching. And if you can't, join in and you're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that, you just watch the replay that day. Okay. Because otherwise you're paying money on a monthly basis, and you want to get out what you're paying for. Like, that's why I do this. That's why I did, it's $100 deposit to get in, but that's why I like do it over 6 months. The remainder is over 6 months, because I want you to actually like feel that that like cha-ching when it comes to I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my health. I'm moving forward in the things that I said I'm going to do, and it's going to stick this time because you're learning the Remain method, how it's going to stick, right? And there's a lot of releasing that has to be done. So the accountability and the support is huge. We did that today because I heard you guys say a lot about your body and the way you want to eat and healthy eating. I'm going to throw this as a bonus. If you go ahead and register today, just reach out to me. We can hop on a quick call. I want to do that call. I want to ask you the questions to see if this is even for you. Because if it's not for you, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell you no. Okay. I'm also going to refer you to maybe other resources that I might know of, right? It would be with other people, just other resources out there, right? I'm going to be honest with you. But if you're just like, yes, this is it, I want to throw this as a bonus for you, I'm going to add this on. Okay. And that is another value, 1,252 value. You're going to get not just 4 weeks of life coaching, but it's going to be 12, right? But it's a women's Bible study faith journal, 19 pages. You're going to get a 30-day weight loss transformation, 145 pages in there, okay? 60 protein-packed snack ideas and 30 gut health recipes. So I'm going to add this on as a bonus. If you're just like, yes, I'm ready to go, sign me up for, and you just message me and we're going to hop on a call first, okay? Because I do want to make sure that it is for you, okay? And then the other bonus, because I hear you guys saying a lot about wanting to, make a Bible study and just your personal time in prayer and Bible study an important thing for you, a priority, then I'm going to add these 7 core transformational modules that I created: biblical mindset shifts for success, clarity, confidence, and 40-day goal mapping. Hello. Daily habits that align with purpose, fueling your body for energy and strength, breaking limiting beliefs around health and wealth, hello, money, okay, budgeting, earning, and giving with purpose, and then productivity and priorities led by your calling. So all of that. I am going to add a 30-day alignment YouTube list where it literally breaks you down 30 days of like, okay, here's a home task I can focus on. Here's I give you a beginner, advanced, and moderate workouts. Okay, the links are there. They're the ones that I personally do. So I am going to add this. And then this is what we work through the 12 weeks. So for example, if you hop on now, we just did 1 and 5, but it's not too late. Okay. And then next week we're going to work on 3. And then the last week is 2 and 4. And we meet 3 times in the month. So you're going to get 9 total meetings. And so you can just hop on, and if you're not able to watch it live, that's where the transformation happens, it's the replay. And I have the replay out there, and then you get to watch and implement like right away. Okay. All right. So let's get into the home. Why does this workshop today matter? And here's the reason why. Okay. Your home is either helping your nervous system rest, or it's keeping it in low grade stress all day long. When your environment is cluttered, you guys, or toxic, or just chaotic, it becomes harder to hear God clearly, to stay consistent, to feel confident, or just to move forward without burnout. So if your home sometimes feels like it's working against you, type I feel this. If you feel like your home is working against you, type I feel this. Just type I feel this. Okay, so your environment is either supporting your peace or it's silently draining it. That's bottom line. Okay, so I just want to say this clearly before we get into the next slide. When you're thriving and you feel like you're thriving, it's not because you're doing more. It's actually because alignment has become such a priority for you, and you know what's possible for you in this season. And so you begin to notice that and become aware of it. And so you begin saying, okay, I want to align my mind, my body, my home. Like this is important. And that's when you feel like you're thriving. It's not that you're going to be doing any more. Okay. So you don't need Pinterest perfect, and you definitely don't need perfection. Like you don't have to know it all before you even do it. It's just that consistent, like intentional thing that you do, repetitive thing over and over again. Your body will just start like it'll follow your lead. It's just being intentional and saying, I'm just going to repeat this. I might not feel it, but I'm just going to repeat it. I'm just going to do it again. That's how you build muscle, right? You do it repetitive sets, right? Same thing over, and you're just like, I don't really feel it. The next day you feel it. You might be sore. You definitely feel it, right? The next day, but not in the moment, right? Like, oh, I'm feeling good. The next day you're just like, oh. It's the exact same thing. So intentional, you want it to be intentional, right? You're like, it's in the forefront of your brain. You're not coming from here. It's not like you're brushing your teeth, not thinking about it, or driving and not thinking about it, right? You're literally being intentional about what you're eating, what you fuel your body with, how you care for your home, all of the things. All right. So when your home is aligned, what becomes possible is consistency without burning out, confidence without hustle, peace without quitting your goals. So if that sounds like something that you want, just type peace at home. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, because I just kind of like skimmed through this, is we're going to teach you how to detox your home without the drama or overwhelm. I'm going to actually give you some practical, realistic ways to reduce physical toxins and clutter in the areas that impact your daily life the most. And that comes from my decluttering course that I was able to like take that, apply it to our home, and I created these images for you. Okay. Also, I want to also help you apply the Remain method to your home, and what that looks like. So the Remain method, right? We keep talking about the Remain method. I want to now apply it to your home. We applied it to our body. We applied it to our mind. Now I want to apply it to our home. It's the exact same method, but we're going to talk about it for home. So here it is. Okay. And I wish that I could enlarge this. Let's see, can I? No, I can't really. Okay, that's okay. But it's hard for me to read it. That's the only thing. But take a look at this, okay? All right, so here's the Remain method applied to your home. We're going to walk through the Remain method and we're going to apply it to your home. So R for rooted. That's your identity, right? We talked about being rooted in the truth, getting rid of these negative dominant thoughts, right? The negative dominant thoughts, the self-criticism, the self-judgment. We're going to get rid of that. And then understanding whose you are. And if you've made Jesus Lord of your life, you understand you're 100% sure, right? Not like I feel, I think, I've been going to church. I mean, I'm doing good. No, it's 100% sure. Yes, I've made him Lord of my life, right? You understand whose you are. Okay, that's the identity. Then when it applies to your home is then going to exist to support your life. It's not there to prove your worth. Let me say that again. When you understand whose you are, then your home will now exist to support your life. It's not there to prove your worth. All right? So that's huge. If you have somehow tied the value to how clean your house is, type release in the comments. whether you're on YouTube or you're on the Facebook group, type release. If you have somehow tied your value to how clean your house is, I want you to type release. Release it, because we're going to release that negative dominant thought. Okay? I know, this is powerful. Powerful. All right, now we move into E for evaluate. This is awareness. This is creating awareness. Like even hopping on and watching this recap is helping create awareness, right? Notice which spaces drain you emotionally or physically. What space in your home actually is draining you emotionally or physically? Right? It could be the laundry room. It could be the kitchen cabinets or the closets in your bathroom. It could be the kids' toys. Like, just notice which space drains you emotionally or physically. You come in and you're like, oh, could be the entryway. All right. So then we're going to apply the M, the minimize. That's what we're going to we're going to remove what drains you. So this is where we're going to reduce the clutter and we're going to reduce the toxins and excess decisions. You don't want to have to make any more decisions than you are already making all throughout the day, right? Yeah. So we want to minimize, and I'm going to give you tips, okay? All right. And then A for align, body, home, mind. These are the simple systems that support your peace and your function. That's things like Norwex and the bioactive peptides, right? Notice how this is not number one. Number one is to be rooted, is to know whose you are. This just comes, the alignment just comes as an overflow and abundance. Like it's just going to follow, right? So those are the simple systems. And then I is implement. This is when these are your daily, intentional, repetitive actions, the daily resets that I call this rhythms. Rhythms. And so when we go through the Remain 360 app, the Remain method, right? During that 12-week experience, we talk about rhythms. That's where we begin to implement. So they're not like all day clean outs by any means when it comes to your home. We're not doing that. These are just small, daily, intentional actions, rhythms that you do. Kind of like you have to brush your teeth every single day. You do it in the morning, you do it at night before bedtime, typically just twice a day, right? You floss maybe. Yes or no? They're just daily rhythms, right? That you've adopted so that you can minimize and get rid of the cavities. So same thing. And then N for nurture. This is long-term growth, a home that grows with your family and every season of life. You want a home that grows with you, a home that supports your peace, right? That supports your lifestyle in a way that it's creating peace for your home. And you want it to grow with every season of your life and with your family, not clutter in there. That's not going to help. Okay. All right. So let's give you some practical ways. Oh, I forgot to share with you that out of this statistic that I was asking these women, 190, I asked like, hey, would you be open to, I'm doing some research. Would you be open to just like a quick question here and there? That just helped me with my research. I'm trying to get an idea. 85 women respond and they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I gave them this question. If you could shift one area of your life, home, body, mind, or purpose, which area would that be? Which would make the biggest difference? And 62 actually came back and were like, oh my goodness, 30% said body, 26% said mind, 20% said home. So that's where this is coming from. And when they said home, they were like, actually, clutter is everywhere, and then it just spirals. I have no rhythm in our day. After school is just chaotic. I just want peace in my home, or I feel like we're rushing constantly, or I want my home to breathe again, or I miss my family devotions. Like home was not supporting their lifestyle. So that's where all this is coming from. Okay. All right. So did I do this. This is the remain method. And then this is how we are going to apply it to the home. Wow, I've kind of skipped my notes here, my slides. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the laundry room. All right. Start here. It's a daily traffic zone. I encourage you to start with your laundry room. Laundry room, that means that you are also going to ask yourself about the things that you wear. Do I love this? Do I want it worn in public, right? Like if you have holes in it, it's probably time to get rid of it. So take a look at your closet. Laundry creates stress because maybe there is more than what you need, right? When was it worn last? You know, ask yourself these questions. Is it stained or is it damaged? And then this is simple. You create 3 piles. Keep, donate, trash. Pretty simple, right? You're not allowed to say maybe. That's the key. There's no maybe piles. It's only 3. Keep, donate, trash. If it's a maybe, go back and ask yourself these questions. Is it stained or damaged? When was it last worn? Do I love this and want it worn in public? Okay. Engagement. So this is where I want you to do. I put myself a little note like, hey, I want to ask you this. Okay. Drop laundry if laundry is your stress point right now. And this is where healthier cleaning also matters, you guys. I personally use Norwex, again, because it allows me to clean effectively without layering all these harsh chemicals into my home, especially with my kids, right? This is why I personally do that. So, right, drop laundry if laundry is your stress point, okay? All right, let me give you another one. How about your bathroom and the closets in your bathroom? Hello, makeup. Or in the shower or bath toys. That was huge for me. I used to have bath toys in the shower, in the bath all the time. I'm like, well, I need that for all my babies, right? Okay, well, let's talk about this one. For makeup, y'all, it is unsanitary to have, you know, over 1 month not having been used makeup. So let it go. Okay. If you haven't used it in the last month, let it go. I'm giving you permission. Like it's important. Let it go. Not sanitary. It's not good for you. I mean, you can get a pink eye or something or a sty. It's just not good for you. So let it go. That's for makeup. That's easy. In the shower, keep to 1 toiletry. So 1 of each toiletry only. 1 shampoo, 1 bar of soap, or maybe you like, what's it called? Body wash, 1 conditioner. That's it. Because then when it comes time to clean, guess what? You got to take all that out to actually clean it, right? No, we don't want that. Bath toys, just keep it to 2 favorites per child. Man, that felt so good when I just gave my kid 2 toys to literally play with. And you're like, no, but they need all the toys. No, they don't. No, they don't. That is only creating overstimulation. Let them learn how to play with 1 toy, 2 toys max. There you go. That was deliberating. That was freedom for me when I learned that. I'm like, oh, you're right. It's overstimulating them. You want them to learn to play with only 2. 1 or 2 max, okay? All the extras, apply the law of numbers. Keep 2 favorites and release the rest. You got it. So if your bathroom drawers stress you out, type drawers. Okay? All right. Let's go into some kitchen dishes. This was huge. I had to do this again so that I could, once it was time to move, and when I moved in, I had a location for each one. In fact, when we built the home and in the kitchen, I was like, I need a cabinet for this, I need a cabinet for this, and I need a cabinet for this, right? Here's my spices, here's my recycle bins. Like I want space for this, right? And so that's because I had gone through my kitchen dishes and I detoxed, I decluttered what I didn't need, and I just got it to fit into my cabinets. That's it. There was no excess, okay? So look in your cupboards. You probably have more dishes than you need. I know I did. Now we only have 2 sets. We have 2 sets of 8. That's it. 2 sets of 8. That's it. We give ourselves permission that if that dishwasher did not get ran, we don't have dishes, we pull out the second set and then that's it. You go through that, you need to do the dishes. Run that dishwasher. Come on now, right? So you probably have more dishes than you do. Just spend 30 minutes removing extras, but don't take everything out. Just do one little section at a time. So if you want spares, keep a small guest set elsewhere, but don't use it. Don't tell yourself that you have to use it just because you don't want to have to take out more. You don't want to have to load more than you have, basically, like than you need. Like just wash the dishes that you're using. So if dishes pile up every night, drop dishes, right? Less dishes equals less washing, more mental space. Yeah. Okay, let's go into some kids' toys. And this will be our last one for today. So keep the toys that spark imagination. That's what I say. So things like blocks or Legos, books, art supplies. Oh my goodness, that has been so great. We only do video games, you guys, as a reward for doing their weekly cleaning chores. That's when they have to, pull their sheets and change their sheets on a weekly basis, including their pillowcase. They have to vacuum their room, right? The carpet there. They have to wash their clothes. So, washer, dryer, fold, and put away. And they spread that through the weekend, but every cleaning is always, on Friday. And then they have to each clean one bathroom. So guess what? I only put 4 bathrooms in the house. Actually, 5 bathrooms in the house. And there's going to be one downstairs, but there's nobody there yet to clean it. So we haven't put it in. 5 bathrooms. I clean my own, and in each one of them have one bathroom. In the house, there's like 2 guest bathrooms, right? But they each like share a bathroom. So anyway, each one has to clean a bathroom. They have their designated bathroom they have to clean, vacuum, change their bed sheets, wash, dry, fold, and put away. That is required. When that is done, they get 1 hour of digital time, computer time, whether that's video games or their Chromebooks, whatever it is, however they want to play games on the Chromebook. So kids' toys, keep it to just if toys do the imagining for them, remove a few and just watch creativity return. I promise you. If toy clutter overwhelms you, type toys. This is good, right? Okay, how are you feeling? Put it in the comments. What are you feeling right now? Like, is this relief? Is this new? Have you heard this before? Is this like freedom for you? Just like taking this in? It was for me. It really was. And here's what I want you to hear. For some of you, these tips alone, they're going to bring that relief. And that's a win. But I also know that some of you are thinking, man, this makes so sense, like a lot of sense. But how do I keep this up, right? That's where the 12-week experience comes in, okay? There's not to add any more to your play, but I'm going to help you walk this out with support. And my intention is not to push you. My intention is to help you get clear on where to begin, because that's always like, I hear that. I'm like, oh, I know what to do. I just don't know where to begin, right? Or it feels just overwhelming. I don't know where to begin. So if I feel like the 12-week experience would genuinely support you, I'll share what that could look like for you, okay? And if not, I'll still help guide you in a helpful decision. Absolutely. So if you would like mapping this to your specific home, body, and life, I invite you to book a clarity call with me. Again, no pressure, no obligation, just clarity for you. You're going to, if nothing else, you have nothing to lose. You're going to walk away with so much clarity. So type clarity if you just want me to reach out to you. Either ways, I'm going to invite you, okay? Because sometimes we need the invitation. So either ways, I'm going to invite you, but you decide what you want to do with that invitation. But if you're just like ready, comment, whether you're on YouTube or you're on the Facebook group, comment clarity. Okay. All right. So today was really about removing what drains your peace in your home so that peace can grow in your home. And tomorrow we're going to talk about thriving without compromise. And this is really how to live fully aligned without burning out or giving up on what matters to you. But again, I'm just so proud of you for being here. And just know you are not behind, you are simply aligning. So I will see you tomorrow.